Okay, let's unpack this. The sources we've got today are, they're pretty unique.
They really are.
We are not diving into some dry policy paper or, a high-level corporate biography.
Yo, not at all.
Instead, we have this stack of highly personalized, really detailed tributes that span an incredible 20-year career.
Hmm.
Our deep dive today is into the collective wisdom found in the farewell messages for Jennifer Lawrence. She was the deputy principal of Miller Technology High School for a long time, and now she's making that major transition to the principal role at Bankstown Girls High School.
That's right.
Please ensure that during the break time, you go to the bathroom and you fill up your water bottles. No students will be allowed to leave the classroom to go to the bathroom unless it is an emergency. Thank you.
And our mission today is very focused for you, the learner. We're going to analyze these 10 different incredibly detailed tributes.
And they come from all over the school, right?
From every corner of the school, every type of staff member. And from that, we're going to distill a clear, sort of actionable blueprint for what effective, compassionate, and this is the key, long-lasting educational leadership looks like.
It really is a perfect case study in professional impact.
It is.
I mean, the setting is southwestern Sydney, a very dynamic environment, and the step up to principal. It's a major career achievement. But what makes these sources so valuable is just the sheer volume and the consistency of the praise.
Yes. Across departments that you wouldn't think have the same priorities.
Exactly. We have groups like the mathematics faculty and the creative and performing arts faculty, CAPA, praising her with the same intensity.
That's rare.
It is. If your success resonates with everyone from the administrative staff, the SAS staff, to the heads of curriculum, you've clearly created a remarkable leadership model.
Okay, so let's unpack this blueprint. Where do we start?
Let's start at the foundation, how she empowered her colleagues.
I think what's fascinating here is that the foundation of her leadership wasn't just about, logistics or timetables.
Yeah.
It was about building this unwavering support internally, making sure the staff felt seen and develop. It's the definition of high support leadership.
And we have the data to back that up. Look at the mathematics faculty. They specifically thanked her for 20 years of amazing support.
20 years.
20 years. I mean, that's the long game right there, not just a successful 3-year stint. They noted her constant dedication, her humor, and her positivity, and they said very clearly that her leadership made a lasting difference to them and the whole school.
That longevity brings so much strategic value. In education, staff turnover can be high. Environments can get volatile.
Sure.
So having a leader whose consistency spans 2 decades, it just creates institutional memory, career capital. That sense of stability lets teachers focus on teaching, not on figuring out the next administrative change.
And I guess that consistency then translates directly into professional development.
It has to.
So how did that work? Was it like a formal mentoring program or something more organic?
Well, it seems to be both. The HSIE faculty, that's Human Society and its Environment, they specifically highlighted her strong support for developing new teachers. So she wasn't just managing the experienced staff. She was actively cultivating and protecting the next generation coming into the profession.
That takes real foresight.
And resources.
We see that same theme, that mentorship theme, echoed so powerfully by the PDHPE faculty, that's personal development, health, and physical education. They called her their mentor and their guide. They explicitly attribute their growth, not just as teachers, but as people, to her confidence, strength, and humor.
Wow. As people.
Yeah. That suggests she had the professional confidence to just give staff the tools and, I guess, the space they needed to take risks and grow themselves.
And that speaks to a level of profound trust. And trust relies completely on clear, accessible communication.
Which is the big question, right? How did she maintain that open door policy while managing the chaos of a big school?
Exactly. The tactical detail matters.
Well, this brings us to her approachability. The English faculty described her communication style as friendly, calm, and easy to talk to. They noted she always listened to their needs, even when she was demonstrably very busy.
And isn't that the crucial detail?
It has to be.
Anyone can listen when they have time, but listening when you are busy? That demands real effort. It signals that the staff member's issue is genuinely important to you.
It's that moment where, I don't know, organizational efficiency meets kindness.
Yes. And we see that same adaptive leadership quality shine through when we look at the CAPA faculty creative and performing arts.
Okay.
Their specific thanks was for supporting them and, crucially, understanding how important music, art, dance, and drama are for students.
So she was actively protecting the arts curriculum.
She was, protecting its value even when other budget pressures might suggest cutting back.
So she's not a one-size-fits-all leader. She's tailoring her support from protecting the arts to mentoring new social science teachers, which really shows those essential adaptive qualities.
And that's why we see this universal praise. It's because her support was specific to each domain.
So the blueprint for supporting the adults is clear. But of course, all of that support is ultimately for the students.
It has to be.
Which brings us to the second pillar of her leadership, the student-centric leader. Deep care and comprehensive well-being.
And if you connect the dots here, the stability and confidence she built in the staff, it just flowed down. It created a better, safer, more supportive student experience.
Because the staff felt supported.
So they could better support the kids. It's a direct line.
And you see that immediately in the tributes that emphasize that student connection. The support faculty who work with students with the most complex needs.
Really tough job.
Incredibly tough. They noted that she shows deep care for their students, she understands their needs, and she takes the time to know each student personally.
Personally.
Yeah, treating every single one with respect. That personalization is huge, especially for those students, because it proves they're not just a case file.
And that dedication to the most vulnerable. It's reinforced across multiple sources. You have the ESL and ELD faculty.
English as a second language and additional language or dialect.
Right. And also the Intensive English Center, the IEC. These are groups managing students who are often brand new to the country, new to the language.
That must be an incredibly challenging environment.
Immensely.
And the IEC called her a brave, wise, and caring leader who always made decisions that were best for students no matter their background.
That is a powerful statement. It's a testimonial to equity, to this unwavering commitment to global student populations.
And the ESLite faculty agreed, calling her a truly inspirational leader whose support helps staff and students grow and feel confident.
And for new arrivals, confidence is everything. It's tied directly to feeling secure and understood in a totally new place.
But her care wasn't just, emotional or pedagogical. It was deeply practical.
Meaning?
Sometimes it required tough investigative action. We see this explicitly in the science faculty source. They specifically credited her with strong detective skills.
Detective skills.
Yeah. And quick thinking that helped their students stay safe.
What does detective skills even mean in a school context? It suggests she was willing to dig into conflict, into time-consuming investigations.
Right, not just avoid complex issues.
It implies she would dig into potential bullying, security threats, complex behavioral issues that maybe other leaders might shy away from.
So it's blending that care with an active commitment to safety.
She positioned herself as the school's ultimate safety net.
And we can't forget the foundation of just everyday interaction. The TAS Faculty Technical and Applied Studies, they summed up her style as just daily kindness.
As simple as that.
Simple as that. They said she is understanding, patient, and never judges others. And that alone made a positive impact on the whole community. It suggests a consistent tone set from the top, influencing the whole culture one interaction at a time.
So she's the consistent heart of the operation. We've established the big heart, the personalization, the incredible support.
Mm-hmm.
But leadership also needs structure, right?
Absolutely.
If it was purely about kindness, the school might suffer from low accountability.
And this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Because we have to move past the compassion and look at the structure. This final section is about her legacy and policy, persistence, and the practical. She was universally loved for her heart, but she was also instrumental in overseeing the implementation and monitoring of 3 very specific, sometimes unpopular policies.
How?
Mobile phone use, student lateness, and the school uniform.
That immediately suggests a leadership model that successfully balanced high warmth with high accountability.
That's the one.
And that's a critical tension point for any leader. I mean,
Yeah.
enforcing rules is usually where a leader's popularity goes to die, yet she thrived.
Exactly. So let's look at the mechanisms. She was a key driver in the mobile phone policy. In today's world, taking on mobile phones, that takes courage.
A lot of courage.
But she clearly framed it as a well-being issue protecting student focus, their mental space. And the community accepted the structure because they trusted the source.
And we get a very concrete view of her determination from the SAS faculty, the support administrative staff.
They're the ones on the front lines.
They're the ones dealing with the gritty daily details of tracking compliance.
Mm-hmm.
And they admired her determination, especially in tackling persistent issues like student lateness.
And they didn't just admire her hard work, they specifically praised her for working hard to solve problems and find the truth.
Find the truth.
Yeah. So this isn't just about mechanically handing out detentions for being late. It's about persistence and integrity in operational issues, figuring out the systemic barriers and addressing them with fairness.
And this persistence piece, it provides the critical context for the kindness.
How so?
Well, how does a leader get called kind and compassionate while aggressively enforcing rules on lateness and mobile phones?
That's a good question.
It suggests that the staff and community saw her determination to enforce structure, even unpopular rules, as an extension of her commitment to well-being.
Ah, so the structure was for the students.
Exactly. The structure existed because it was ultimately best for their education and safety, not just because it was some bureaucratic box-ticking exercise.
That reframes policy enforcement as an act of profound care. It wasn't arbitrary, it was protective. And the sources give us probably the most unique, concrete detail about her legacy. This auditory memory.
Oh, the PA system detail.
Yes.
Her recorded voice on the PA system, reminding students before school and during breaks about core expectations.
Like staying in class and only leaving for the bathroom in emergencies.
Will forever remain in their hearts and minds.
I think every student remembers that one specific role voice, that one administrative reminder. Hers, though, seems to be remembered fondly.
Not as a nagging voice.
No, not at all. But as the calm, constant setting of boundaries, it's this permanent, daily auditory legacy of structure and expectation. It's brilliant.
That detail is a perfect encapsulation of her role for 20 years. A constant, calm presence providing guidance and setting boundaries. She was the reassuring, persistent voice of order.
So what does this all mean? If we synthesize these 2 decades of tributes, the blueprint for Jennifer Lawrence's success is incredibly clear.
Mm-hmm.
It combines professional calm and deep approachability with personalized student care, all built on 20 years of dedication.
And sustained by.
And sustained by the determined, persistent execution of clear policies. Her leadership model is built on successfully integrating a big heart with a strong structure, high warmth, high accountability.
Indeed. We've seen her incredibly successful run as a deputy principal, focusing so heavily on internal support, meticulous policy implementation, and direct student well-being.
She was the beloved guide who made the rules work.
And ensured fairness in the system. A
Right.
perfect operational leader.
Precisely.
Now she steps into the principal role at Bankstown Girls High School, where setting the strategic direction becomes primary. She transitions from the ultimate implementer to the ultimate visionary.
Which raises an important question for you, the learner.
After 2 decades of being the universally loved deputy who implemented and enforced policies that others set, how does a leader maintain that same level of trust and emotional capital when they are the one who must ultimately design those expectations and cast the entire vision for the school?
Is it easier to be loved as the implementer or as the visionary?
That is the ultimate transition of leadership we now get to watch unfold.
Please ensure that during the break time, you go to the bathroom and you fill up your water bottles. No students will be allowed to leave the classroom to go to the bathroom unless it is an emergency. Thank you.